Everybody, Amy here. I wanted to pop on and show you what we were making for supper and talk to you a little bit about our cookware. So, first of all, it's preheating. So while it's preheating, I'm going to do a couple things while I talk to you because it is very responsive, these pans, and so I don't want to overheat them while I'm talking because sometimes I just do that and forget. So, we're talking about stainless nonstick. So for those of you who've asked about induction cooking, or for those of you who have families at home that love to turn their cookware up on super high, or if you have cookware that likes to go in the oven and in the dishwasher, these are really, really beautiful pieces. So I am making some chicken thighs. Some teriyaki chicken thighs. So the recipe calls for ginger and garlic powder, but why when you've got real in the fridge? So I'm just going to zest some of this ginger up and get it into the skillet. I'm just realizing that I have left my garlic press out of commission. It's actually in the dishwasher. I actually have a couple of them. Well, we're going to do something new tonight, and we are going to grate our garlic too. Stainless nonstick pans. So, dishwasher, oven, and that's actually what I'm going to do tonight. I should probably turn on my oven because that's the plan. These pans are so responsive; they just collect the heat. So they are stainless steel. So if you like to cook on stainless steel, they are incredibly responsive, like all stainless steel is. So if you can see the sort of grid pattern from there, that is in the pan. So the black is the nonstick material, and the silver that you see is the stainless steel coming through. So this pan is going to act like stainless steel, but it is going to be magical to clean up like our nonstick. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to brown the chicken. Just sort of sear it, and then we're going to take it out and put it on a plate, and then make a sauce right in the pan. And the reason we do that, this actually sounds like a really hard thing to do, but you guys, it's the most easiest magical thing to do. Okay, so I've got some fresh garlic and fresh ginger, so I'm just going to take these chicken thighs. Now, here's the thing. When you're cooking in stainless steel, here's the thing. I actually need to put this meat in, and then I have to close the lid. You guys, we are so used to playing with our food when we cook. Is anybody like that? I am so like that. I would just sooner get in here and touch it all and feel it all and move it all around. Am I the only one who does that? I just feel like we need to be stirring it, but we don't actually. In order to get a good sear on the meat, we need to not touch it. So I'm actually going to set my timer. I always set my timer. I'm not usually a timer person for this because I am habitual for not stopping to touch it. So while that's searing, what it's doing now on the bottom of the pan is it's actually creating a bit of a fond, it's called. So that's all those bits that are stuck to the bottom of the pan, and we usually wash them down the drain because we're frustrated because our pan is full of stuff. Anybody else out there like that? Well, we're actually going to turn all of that goodness into our sauce. So this is the beauty of cooking on stainless steel. So you can turn it up high, it's super responsive, but because of the nonstick coating on here, you saw I used this stainless steel whisk. You can use any sorts of flippers or tongs or whatever you like. Got another pair here. And once this is cooking, you're going to see, I'm going to show you all the greatness that is on the bottom of, oh, there you are. Okay, I'm going to show you all the greatness that's on the bottom of the pan. This is the hardest part. Whoops, my timer didn't work. Now it's 3 minutes. Okay, so these are, like I said earlier, they also have a lifetime warranty on them. So this is the 12-inch. The 10-inch is actually in the dishwasher because I used it already today. And so I'm just giving it a quick wash because it washes up so dreamy in there. I just love it. We use this for all of our shrimp. We have done like butter-basted steaks in it. Honestly, we use these ones almost every day. Last night I did a like a vegetable stir fry. So I made pesto yesterday, and then I made a vegetable kind of pasta, like a zucchini pasta. to put the pesto on, and so I did that in the skillet and then just warmed it up. Because they can go in the oven to, I believe it's 425. They are just such great pans to cook with because they do all the jobs. And so there's a couple recipes that I shared earlier today that use this pan. It's really a one pan meal. So you put the vegetables right in here as the sauce is making. I'm not going to do that tonight because we're just going to have rice and peas because it's teriyaki night and I felt like that was appropriate. So I'm going to give this another, that's been about 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to take it off and then I'm just going to flip it. Okay, so we're not going to play. We're just going to flip. And then I'm going to put the lid back, set it for another 2 more minutes. And then once it's done there, I want to show you all the fun. Okay, so what else can you do with this? You could totally cook a cake in your oven. You could totally, oh gosh, we do lots of vegetable dishes in it. You could do frittatas, you could do cobblers, really anything that you would do in a pan you can do in this thing. Now, where it isn't really shine, which we talked about yesterday or the day before, whenever we talked about non-stick skillets, where it doesn't really shine is in eggs. But if you're doing like a scrambled egg and use a little bit of butter or oil, just like you would if you were in a stainless steel skillet, you would need to do that here as well. So, I've got those in there. I'm just going to grab a little plate. So that in a minute when this is done this side, I'm going to take it out and then I want to show you what the bottom of the pan looks like so that we can turn all of that goodness. So we had the fresh ginger and the fresh garlic in the pan. This is what I wish I had smell-o-vision. It's so good. And it smells so delicious. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a bit of a sauce. Realizing I forgot my cornstarch. So I'll grab that and my little whisk. Because I like this one better when it comes to the sauces. Alright, okay. So there's our other 2 minutes. So you can tell it's not totally done yet. But that's okay because we're going to toss it into the oven for about 10 minutes to finish cooking. But what I want you to see, I don't know if you'll be able to see, let me bring you over. What I want you to see is all that in the bottom of the pan. So we could like be done now and not use all that goodness, oops, but we are going to use all that goodness. So I'm just going to turn the pan down a little bit. So I put some soy sauce and some honey, and then I'm going to get some chicken broth because it's the liquid in here that's really going to be the winner at really cooking this down. So I'm going to put some chicken broth in there, and so as this is cooking and cooking down, you can see that as I stir, it makes a really gritty sound on the video. I know that. Oops, and I spilled it over. I'm going to just bring it over so I can show you how, oopsies. This is when the tripod magic doesn't really work that well. All right, here we go. Can you guys see that goodness in the pan there? Yeah, I think you can. Okay. So what I want you to see here is that you can see I've totally cleaned off the bottom of the pan. If I were to pour this juice out, even if I pour it all to one side, you can see the pan is clean. So this is the beauty of creating a bit of a pan sauce. So I'm just going to add 2 more ingredients. I'm going to add some brown sugar. Now I'm not going to add, whoops, or I am going to add. I wasn't going to add it all, but I'm going to. A little bit of brown sugar and then a little bit of cornstarch. And I know this is going to appear lumpy, but this is the beauty of this little whisk. It's going to go in here. And we're going to deal with all those lumps. And look how thick, I probably didn't even need the full 2 tablespoons. So, you can see that there's a little bit, oh yeah, it's so thick. That's like the perfect teriyaki sauce right there. I don't know if you can see that. Alright. There's a few lumps still in there. That's okay. I'm the perfect chef and not the the pampered chef and not the perfect chef. So here we go. We are gonna, and really it's my family. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these back in the sauce, and then I'm gonna put the lid on. So I'm gonna turn them into the sauce. Then I'm gonna put the lid on, and I'm gonna put the oven on. I'm gonna put it in the oven for about 10 minutes, and these will be totally cooked and totally sauced. And I've only messed up one pan. Now, the handle does get hot when it goes in the oven, obviously. So I'm just gonna toss this in, turn the burner off, and then I will just make some rice in the microwave cooker, and some peas, and supper will be done. So that is really great. And I just love these pans. So if these pans are on your list, and if you think this is really interesting, they can be purchased in July. Host special, because in July you can get 60% off anything in the catalog. So it's a great time to host if something like this is on your needs list. So have a great night, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon.